Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be playing some more Vault Hunters. So yeah, in between episodes I've been a little bit busy, as you can see. I've got a whole lot of bounty boxes and some monolith crates and a couple boss crates. So that's one thing that I want to work on today, is just opening up all those. But for now I guess I'll show you some other stuff I worked on. I changed the mast, so now they're black, and put a little skull on there. And then I planted some coconut trees, and I thought that it gave a nice little ambiance to our area. Another huge thing I worked on, as you can see, is I terraformed our land. I'm also flying due to an angel block. I can't remember exactly where I put it. I think it might be in here. This is a farm area that I'll show you in a bit. Let's see, maybe I can, there it is. So this angel block here gives us flight, and it only works outside of the vault. And I used the angel block to fly to make it easier to build. So I guess I'll start off over here. I added a roof to my little office here and made this floating island. You can let me know how you think it looks. If the floating island doesn't really suit this area, maybe I'll change it up. Let me know down in the comments. I also built our farming area. So before it was like right here, and then I changed it up so it fits all nicely here. Got all of our animals and crops. And then I also built a little bit of a gear area. So I've got all the tools and workstations that I need to build and modify the vault gear. I think that the tent could probably use a little bit more work, but I'm happy with how it turned out for now. And maybe eventually down the line I'll do some more work to make it look better. But for now, I think this will work out. And lastly, this is our main island. So if you remember, this is exactly where our furnace setup was before. So everything's normal. I didn't move where this land was at or that land. These two islands I built out of nothingness, but everything else I dug away. I started off with the idea of having some cliff sides. It's like about right here, it went over, and then it was like another cliff. But I decided I didn't really like that very much, so I went with the floating island look instead. I've still got some work to finish up the bottom of this one, but I will work on that eventually. I also have to dig away the rest of this island here, so I'll get to that at some point. Okay, so I think I'm ready to open up all of our crates now. We'll see if we get anything great. That's great. Get some artifacts. So this is about everything that I got. I put a few extra stacks of chromatic iron and steel and vault ingots into my storage system because I ran out of space in my inventory. But this is about everything. Got a bunch of vault catalysts and chaos vault catalysts. These we will eventually use, and I'll show you later on what these are used for. Got some more echo gems and a couple artifacts and relic fragments. Those are great, and a bunch of gold. And then I also got all this stuff in here, so we'll have to go through that in a little bit. Since we've got them, I figured we might as well open our artifact fragments, our artifacts. See what we got. Couple new ones. Nope, not there. Where does this one go? That one. And this one goes right there. Now we're up to 4 out of our 25 that we need. So here's all the gear that we got from opening up those crates. We will identify them and see if we got anything good. So here's what we got for decent gear. We've got a rare vault chest plate, a rare magnet, no mega magnet, a rare helmet, and another rare helmet, and a rare shield. These are all pretty decent. Some of them will probably need some re-rolling, but for now I think we will just put them into here, and then when I need something, I know where to get some new gear. I also went through and threw out pretty much everything that was scrappy or common or too low of a level, and only kept the stuff that was worth keeping. Now that I'm level 61, the vault is much harder, and so you need the better, higher level gear. Some of this is a little low, and once I finish them off. Once they run out of durability, I'll be definitely upgrading them. Another thing I did is I made some special tools for the vault. I got a new machete and a new shatterer. And then for outside the vault, I have a paxel and a brick hammer. And the outside of the vault tools have over 100% vanilla immortality, and that way they don't lose durability in the overworld, and they came in super handy when I was terraforming the land here. I think the last thing that I need to talk about is my trinkets. My red trinket here with the mana regen it has 1 use left, and my Elvish Air has no uses left. I don't think it even works in the overworld anymore, so I think we will end up scrapping that one, but I'm not sure exactly yet, so I'll have to do some reading, or you can let me know down in the comments. I also got 2 new trinkets. I accidentally looked at this one and got the prismatic feather. Then I wanted to open up this one to see what I get. I got the frog, which allows me to walk up full blocks. Let's see how that works. See, these are both blue, so I'll only be able to use one inside of the vault. This looks like I can walk up 1 block height, about 2. Nope, not 2, not even with a jump. So, yeah, probably won't ever use this one. It's kind of like the auto jump feature. It's kind of pointless, right? But with the blue trinket, I can go 1, 2, 3, and that. Oh, it's also a little hard to use since I have my angel block in this vicinity. So let's go somewhere without the angel block, which gives me no fall damage. Now that I'm out of range, it gives me slow fall. Oh, I missed. So there's the jump. Oh, let's see. Does that actually block fall damage? That's what I wanted to find out. Nope. I still get fall damage from my jump, though, so it's a little interesting using this. I've never used the prismatic feather before. Once I get into my angel block distance, it doesn't matter. I probably won't use this one. I'll probably turn both of those into scrap, so I can show you how to do that. Right here with our vault recycler, we put in our prismatic feather. A full trinket always will give a trinket scrap. So if I put in our frog as well, get another trinket scrap, and then we should be able to craft a trinket in one of these tools over here. I think it's this one. Maybe not. Right here in our Vault Forge, you can see all the ones that we unlocked, and then to craft them, it shows everything you need. So if I wanted to make another Elvish Air, I needed 32 Vault Gold, 64 Vault Diamonds, 192 Alexandrite, and 1 Trinket Scrap. So I think, for now, I'll just leave it, but eventually I may make one of those. So the next thing that I want to do today is I want to get smarter. So I got some knowledge stars here, and then I will look at the mods that I can unlock, and I want to get modular routers, dark utilities, and mob spawners. So this will allow us to make a survival spawner, which we need an echo pog, and then 4 cage pieces, which are made with cage dust. I believe I need 31 of this. That only goes in stacks of 7. Interesting. There's 28, 29, 30, 31. And then I should be able to make... Oh, and those only go in 3s. Okay, interesting. There I have 4 cage pieces, and we have a survival spawner. The next thing I need is a vector plate, which I need blank plates for, which requires stone cutting a chromatic iron ingot. Let's see if I have a stone cutter. I do. So for our mob spawner, we will do a regular 9x9 box. So I will need 81 vector plates, and doing the math, I should need about 126 of these. So I'm going to do 128 just to make sure I've got everything I need. Then put those there. There we have 84. I wanted to see if I could also do this one. We should have everything we need. There we have our 84 plates. I think we only needed 81, but we'll stick with this for now. And then I need 2 modular routers. There's those 2. And then I need 2 puller modules. And then I need another 2 sender modules. And then I need an animatrix. Oxidized copper there. Is that not the one? Oxidized ancient copper. Ah, I see. I aged the wrong one, but it's like I can do that. So there's our animatrix. And now I can show you what they're all used for. So over here in our farming island, I built a little bit of a mob spawner area up here, which we can break into. And right up here, I will put our survival spawner right there. And this will take a mob egg, and I'll show you a little bit how to get some of those. But now we need to take both of these puller modules, or one of them will pull from there, and one of the senders will send there. The other puller will, let's see, if I put that there. And then the other puller I want to go here, and the sender to go here. Then if I put a redstone here, and then the 2 modular routers in this one, which will be triggered first, I want to put the puller from there. So from up here, we want the, see, is that the one? Nope. We want the puller that pulls from that one and sends to the chest. We will put those in there. Then we will put that on there with 4 ticks. And then in here, we'll put the sender and the other puller, the other sender and puller. Then we can come back up here. And then if I get a mob egg, here are the mob eggs that I already have. They're all hostile mobs. To make the hostile eggs, you take a mystery egg, vault diamonds, vault meat, and vault essence. And then you just right click them and they give a random egg. So here's a creeper. I did not have that one yet. And then I want a few passive ones. We'll see what we get. There's a pig, cow. What's this one? Flutter. I don't know what a flutter is. That is a modded thing. That's sheep, another cow. Tropical fish. That one might come in handy. It's like more sheep. And a goat. There's a bunch of more. Mushroom, salmon. Chicken, strider, parrot, axolotl, another cow, sheep, and a squid. So I think this is a good collection for now. And I have a few extras, and I'll show you what you can do with the extras. You can then turn these back into mystery eggs using this recipe. So there's a good way to recycle these. So then if I take one of these, let's start with a squid. To start off, I want to put in our vector plates. It's like it's a little dark in here. So if we put our vector plates, There, all of our vector plates are in the right spot. So if we look here, you can see every item and every mob will get thrown this way. And super fast. See if I do it, boom, quick. Okay, so now I will show you how we are going to use this. So we're going to use this chest as a catalog of items. We will have all of our eggs in here, and if we put it into there, and this will show what we've got. Oh, I see. I need to do on here, do high redstone and high redstone. That way it will only work when given a redstone signal. So if I put our squid in there, it will show whatever mob there is. That's why I like this animatrix. It was one of the things added in update 13. Then if I press the button, it should send that up. And in a little while, we should have squid coming over. Maybe those matter. Okay, so if I put our egg in our animatrix and press the button, it sends the egg up to the spawner, and then they start getting shot over. I'm not sure why they are staying up there. It must be a thing with the squid, because I never had this issue before in my testing. So, and then if I press the button again, it will pull it down and put it into our chest there. There's the basic idea of how our spawner farm will work. I took the design idea from Iskele85. He is the guy who actually created the mod pack. So props to him for the redstone and for the mod pack itself. So I brought over the rest of our mop eggs, and then we can see if how these work. Let's do salmon. There's lots of crystal recipes that require salmon, so try if a salmon works out better than the squid. There we go. Then all of our salmon come down. Looks like the holes is big enough for the salmon to fit through. So this doesn't really work for the salmon since they can get out, but I think this will work out great for when I need to farm different items for our vault crystals. Let's try another one like the skeleton. I think the two tall mobs such as skeletons and zombies, piglins will all work better. So there we go. There is our new mob spawner, and I think it'll work out great for when we need to get items for our vault crystals. The next thing I want to do is work on our quest lines. So our next one is the modifier workbench, which is used to craft guaranteed modifiers onto our gear. So this, whenever we roll a piece, we unlock a modifier, such as 12 horde damage, 12%, the 5 to 20%. So then in the vault modifier, the modifier workbench, we can then select that, and we can 100% have that if we have an open prefix or suffix. So we are going to make one of these, and that completed our quest. And the next one is storing gear. So we need to interact with a wardrobe. Pretty easy, vault diamond block and an armor stand. And there we go, our wardrobe. If I click on there, you can see that I can then swap items. Looks like I need items in there. So if I put that there, interesting. I think a good way to use this would be like this. So on my wardrobe here, I've got my vault tools and bags. So then if I come over here and swap, it will swap all my items that I have for the overworld versus what I have for the vault. And this way I will make sure not to ever bring in my overworld tools into the vault. I'll have to make another set of vault gear for our overworld usage. So we completed this one, and then that gives us another wardrobe, which I don't think we will use for now. The next one is multiple builds, which requires a skill altar. So the skill altar will allow us to have multiple builds. So say I wanted to have a build for higher damage. I can set up a build and then save my abilities. And then if I wanted to switch, I'd have another
skill altar that has different abilities. So I'd say this is my vaulting abilities and such. And then I made another one and saved a set of skills that worked better in the overworld, such as wanting, like, farmer. Say I wanted farmer instead of storm arrow inside of the overworld, I could create a skill altar that had farmer unlocked instead of storm arrow, and then I could come over here and just swap my abilities without having to go through and use the regret orbs every time. So we completed that one. And the next one is a transmogrification table. I actually already have one of these over here, and I have used it to make all of my gear monk. I think it's a cool style. The headband's a little bit low for my eyes. You can see him poking out there. I think we needed to, there we go. So you can claim that, and that will give us some bronze to use inside of it. So our next quest is to do catalysts. Catalysts are a super important part of Vault Hunters. They're more of a later stage thing. They allow you to modify the vault, increasing the amount of specific chests, adding new ones, increasing the time, and or adding other bonuses to our run. So they're made using catalyst fragments, which are found inside wooden chests. These are the catalyst fragments. Let's see, there they are. So we will use these like that, and that will create a vault catalyst. And then we use that inside of a catalyst infusion table with mystical essence to get an infused one. And I have a bunch of infused catalysts over here that I have gotten either from doing the bounties or from the black market. And then that's one of the things that I got in the boxes I opened up today were these Chaos Vault catalysts, which is a special type of vault that I'll eventually do down the line, probably in its own video. So we will use these infused catalysts on a vault crystal in an anvil to modify the vault. However, it will create instability onto our vault crystal, and the more instability, the more likely the vault crystal is to become unmodifiable, which means that you can no longer add modifiers onto the vault crystal. This will also give the chance to make our vault crystals cursed, which makes the vault more difficult by either debuffing me or adding obstacles inside the vault. So this is one thing that happens when using the vault altars. If you do not complete the quest that they give you, it will add a curse. So curses aren't great. However, there is an item, I believe it is, maybe it's a mode of clarity. Yep, this will remove all curses. So those are super great to have for those. So for this quest, I need to apply an infused catalyst to a vault crystal in an anvil. So let's make a vault crystal. Looks like we need a wither skeleton skull, diorite, kelp, and iron ingots. Don't have any wither skeleton skulls. However, I may have a wither skeleton egg. Let's see. Doesn't look like I have a wither skeleton egg. Make some hostile eggs here. No skeleton, okay. So let's try that again. We'll recycle these. Here we go, we have one last chance. And it's a spider. So it doesn't look like I will get the wither skeleton skull that way. So I guess I will just have to go to a fortress with some looting and see if I can get it that way. I've got this nether fortress over here that's somewhat in the nether waste and somewhat in the soul sand valley. So it should allow us to get wither skeletons. We'll have to look around and see if we get any. I brought my tools here so we can dig it away, hopefully make more spawning spaces. Hey, we found some ancient debris. There's a skeleton. Let's see, maybe we'll get it first try. Nope. Got a few more here. There we go. We finally got our skull. Only took a good, I don't know, 20 minutes. Let's finish these guys off. Maybe we'll get another. There we go. We got 2 there. Let's see. It took about 30-something wither skeletons in order to get 1. And then we got 2 and 32. So I think that made up for it. I think I'm going to stick around here just a little bit longer to see if I can get a few more. That way we don't have to come back here as often if we need another one. So we're finishing up here. We've got 3 of our skeleton skulls. Now we can finish our vault crystal there. Let's start with a wealthy one here. Add wealthy. It adds 5 instability there. Let's put another one on there. I think all of these have a random negative. I think we're just gonna keep going. So there, now it's unmodifiable. So we have 100% extra coin piles and 2 random negatives. Instability was only 30%. So that's interesting that it became unmodifiable so quick. I think there might be a way to restore the instability, but I'm not sure. So we'll just go with this for now, just to try it out, you know? We finish this quest there. That gives us another vault catalyst. So next we have our architect vault seal. See, architect vault is another way to customize our vault. It allows us to build a vault with specific rooms. To create it, we need an architect seal and put it on a vault crystal. So let's do an architect seal. There we go. And we need a vault crystal. So got our vault crystal and our seal of the architect. If we put this down into our vault portal over here, it would open up just a basic room. There's nothing else in there except for 10 seconds, and the spawn room. So we need to add inscriptions. Claim this, it will give us a inscription. Inscriptions. On its own, a vault crystal with an architect seal is rather useless. In order to add rooms to it, you need to add inscriptions. These can be crafted in the inscription table and are also found rarely in living chests. Inscriptions come with or without a room, but always 3 affixes. Completion. In order for a vault to be fully built and to have all blocks and loot that it's supposed to have, you need to reach 100% completion. You can still run a vault without 100% completion, but blocks and chests may be replaced with bedrock. Time. By default, an architect vault only gets you 10 seconds. Any time from this affix will be added up to that time for your total vault time. Instability. The same metric caused by adding catalyst to a crystal, like the more you get, the more likely the crystal is to become either unmodifiable or cursed. So for this quest, we need to add an inscription to an architect crystal, and this gives us inscription pieces, which we have a bunch of inscription pieces here. So I've got some with time, and then I've got one with an X mark room. So if I put all these on here and then got up to a 100% completion, it doesn't really do anything. However, if I added the X mark room, that would mean that you get the spawn room, and then the next room would be the X mark room, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. So I think there's not a whole lot to do here, but I will add this onto here. I don't think it adds anything, which is interesting, but we'll do that just to complete the quest there. Then level 40, which we've already reached a long time ago. This will give us some echo gems and some other stuff. And then we get to the gods. So this talks about Idona, the god of battle, Tenos, the god of knowledge, Valara, the god of life, and Wendar, the god of time. This talks about charms, which we actually have a Tenos charm, and then it gives us our own charm. So we can identify this. I have another one, I believe, over here. Yep, I've got a Valara, a Wendar, and another Tenos. So we'll leave those there for now. I've got a Tenos on here still. So if we look at god altars, this talks about what the god altar is, and we need to complete one. So this will be it for our quest today until we find a god altar in a vault. So now that we've finished up our new mob spawner and did some quests, the next thing I want to do today is our relic fragments. So I've got 10 unidentified relic fragments from doing vaults, or I think I got a few from the bounty table and also the black market, and then I got some from our boxes earlier today, and then I've got a bunch of relic booster packs. So let's see if we got anything that will complete a relic set. So it looks like we've got the entire Nazar Bongkugu. I'm not sure exactly how to say that. We've got a bunch of extra ones. That's a warrior. There's warrior. I'm not sure if there's a way to recycle these, but so there we go. Then let's open these. Looks like we completed the purple cupcake there, so we have cupcakes, and we're a little bit closer on the rest of them. We need one more of the elemental, one more of the richly rich, one more from the Twitch relics, 2 more from the miner, warrior, and dragon. But for now, we will take these. Then we need another relic pedestal. Then here we can go to our Nazar. And there we have another one. Perfect. There is our cupcake. So these give us 30 seconds of extra time in our vault. So now when we run a vault, we have an extra minute instead of just the I can't remember exactly how long. Maybe it's 25 minutes in the vault. I think I'm going to leave it here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya. Bye. Bye.